We recognize that this is not a January 1st episode. It's February or March, but we're going to start off with Hi, I'm Carina, and I stayed up until midnight on New Year's Eve.
Like the stroke of midnight, then you instantly fell asleep.
Instantly. Actually, it was like probably 12:05.
That feels a little bit more realistic. Hi, I'm Nikki. I stayed up until right about 10:30 on New Year's and then got a good night's sleep.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I went to bed around 9 p.m., but set an alarm and woke up at 11:45 p.m. to welcome in the new year.
And then what time did you go back to sleep?
Oh, probably like 12:30.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we should talk about the thing that we did this year, and I feel like Natalie should talk about it because she's the one who inspired us to do it.
Okay, our winter solstice practice. I saw it on Instagram, and basically, starting on the winter solstice, you what you do is you have 13 intentions or goals or wishes. You write them down on 13 individual pieces of paper. You fold them up, you put them in a bowl. And every night from the winter solstice through January 1st, you take one out of the bowl without knowing what it is and you burn it. And that is what the universe is going to take care of for you. And then that leaves you with on January 1st, two remaining. So the one you burn and the one that's left is the one that you're responsible for taking care of in the new year.
hmm
And so
Coming up
it
with
was fun.
13 was hard for me. Did you guys have like eight was really easy, like eight or nine. And then at that point I was like, oh, I don't know what else I want to do.
It
I love
depends on how
yours.
you looked at it, right? Because so Josh, my husband, did this with us as well because we were in Maui when we were getting started with this. So I was like, Josh, you can do this with us. So he did, but he like I put down like the things I wanted to happen in 2026. Josh put down like 13 stupid, audacious wishes that were just like out of this world. I was like, when I read his wishes, I was like, dude, like, I mean, no one's getting all of that done in 2026. He was like, oh, I thought they were like wishes. And he actually had 22 to begin with. And so then he had to cross off. But like when you think about the way he did it, it makes sense he had 22 because he had like 22 wishes for like the next several years.
Yeah.
Anyway, it his way of doing it was kind of hilarious. So,
Yeah, I approached it as a things that I would like to have happen, but I am capable of making happen.
Hmm.
Like or well, I guess because it when I think of wishes, I think of like I mean, there's obviously the win $100 million or things like that, or things like meet Dolly Parton, or something like that, which I suppose technically I could be. It could be possible for me to meet Dolly Parton, but I feel like that would take a lot of work, a lot of work. I don't know.
I approached mine like you did, Nikki, like things that I want to have happen in the coming year. It's pretty high probability to make happen if you put some effort toward it.
Yeah,
Nothing was too big or bold. I don't think
yeah,
so anyway.
nothing wild.
that's the
Yeah.
way mine was too. So I think Josh is the one who was off.
Well, what did he end up with?
Oh, the
Could you
most
tell us?
horrible one that he's not going to do. So maybe the universe also knew that Josh wasn't going to do whatever it was. He was just kind of like, whatever. His last one that he had to pull, which thank goodness it was this one that he's just like, I'm not going to do it. Um, get paid to do improv acting.
Oh, that's right.
But
That's
he's
right.
done improv acting. He did when we were all together, but it wasn't paid.
It
I'm
wasn't
sure
paid.
like somebody would give him a tip or something that could count.
Yeah,
I
or
know.
they could like book a party or something. I feel like that's very doable. And
Yeah,
he
I
has to
agree.
do it because the universe told him.
Yes.
That's true. Um,
Otherwise, he should not have engaged in this sacred ritual that we
Exactly.
have
He's
done.
out of the coven. He is no longer one of our pagan besties.
Back to three of cups, no longer four.
oh, wait, did you guys see on Marco Polo when he pretended to be the Four of Cups against the refrigerator?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was very sad.
Yeah. Which actually, so you know that I really don't, I like to to break the fourth wall, but for people listening, now I think we're up to 15 people listening. We started calling each other the Three of Cups because actually we went to Sedona, right? We went to
Mhm.
Sedona, and the three of us stayed a little bit longer than the other women that we traveled with, and we each got. Well, no, not all of us. Carina sat in, but didn't get a tarot reading. Natalie and I got a tarot reading, and the woman that I went to, one of the first cards that went down was the Three of Cups. And I started, because I like, I've seen the card before, but I started laughing because when you look at the Three of Cups, it looks like, especially in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, it looks like the three of us. There's a blonde, there's a curly light brunette, and then there's a woman with dark hair. And they're all like celebrating. They've got their chalices. You can assume that two of them are drinking the wine, one of them is sniffing it. And so I took a picture and sent it to them even before I got out of my session, because it was like, this is us, this is us. And then since then, we've been calling ourselves the Three of Cups. But Josh wants in on this, and unfortunately, he can't because the Four of Cups tarot card is just a lonely dude next to a tree.
It's true.
Sorry,
So Josh has been mimicking that for me. Like every now and then he'll be like, "Oh, I wish I was in the cups." And then he'll hold like a water bottle or something to be his cup. It's
Sorry,
quite
dude.
sad.
Poor Josh.
Anyway, so the whole witch thing was really interesting because I actually the one that I ended up with is my hardest one. Like all the other things on my list, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do these things, and I'm gonna do them anyway, so the universe knows that. But I was just like angry, angry that I got the one that I got. It was basically a weight goal one, you guys. I'm not gonna say specifically what it was, but it was going to be to maintain a specific weight, which now makes me feel like I really have to do it. So, I mean, that's probably good, right?
Yeah, you have to do yours, and Josh has to do his. What is not clear about this? The universe literally chose the other 12 things to burn and then left this one. Like, Josh, are you listening? Get on this, buddy. Get on this.
Okay, do you guys want to talk about yours?
Yeah.
I love Nicki's.
So dumb. Well, the funny thing is after the first couple of days, I started to get nervous and it's all stuff that it's stuff that there's nothing on the list that is impossible, and it's nothing on the list that I wasn't intending to do. So it's not like, but I think there's something about like one of these is going to be entirely up to me, which like I kind of think that it would be anyway, but I don't know. I feel like the multiple days of burning kind of leads up to this like what's it gonna be, what's it gonna be, what's it gonna be. So I was like genuinely was starting to feel a little bit nervous getting into those last days, but as you will recall, as I said a moment ago, I had trouble coming up with the full 13. So like I said, the first like 8 or 9 are like, all right, build the business to this, launch a new brand, write this, meet that, uh, toward the end of them, I hit, and actually kind of forgotten too what the other additional ones were because I wrote them down and then cut them up. And so what the universe has left for me is to uh, get a laser facial. So out of all the like lofty business goals and personal goals and creative goals, the universe is like, no, 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 we got that, babe. But you need to do something about these fine lines and wrinkles. You need some skin resurfacing.
Could you
The universe's
imagine?
biggest concern for me is skin resurfacing.
Could you imagine if we saved these to open on air and like we had no idea what was coming and yours said to get a laser facial? I don't think I could have ever recovered from
I
not like I wouldn't
really
have been
wish
able
we
to stop
had, and I
laughing.
didn't think of it until like New Year's Eve when I knew you guys wouldn't be checking Marco Polo. But next year, that's absolutely what we should do. Yes.
That's hilarious.
And so
Yeah,
Natalie,
so we're definitely gonna make that happen.
yeah,
Like that's not a hard one.
yeah.
Yeah. Mine, I was definitely like you, Nikki. I think as it started to get closer to what was remaining, there was one in particular I was really nervous to get, like, oh my gosh, what if I got this one? I was like really hoping the universe would take care of that one for me.
Get Botox.
Yeah. Shoot, I didn't put that one on I didn't write that one down. Um, but I ended up getting, I think it said, my body is healthy, energized, and well cared for.
Mm, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Which you already do.
Yes, I would like to continue and maybe take it a little bit more seriously. I will say, so, I set the alarm for 11:45. I wanted to welcome in the new year, and at the new year is that's when I burned the last one and opened up what was remaining. I felt a little bit disappointed in what was remaining. I was like, well, okay, just I guess I'll keep doing what I'm doing, but maybe do it a little bit more serious. I don't know.
The
Um,
universe was basically like, get a laser facial and Nikki.
well,
Like,
I
you
thought
didn't
I
put
would
it on
do
your
it.
list, but you need a laser facial too. Get it with Nikki.
Well, that's going to happen. I mean, your goal for the year that the universe wants you to do is like a Tuesday for me.
You're
Like,
right.
I'm here for it. I'll go with you.
I know this is gonna be a real easy year for me. Like, just kick back. Like business,
My
no, the
year's going
universe
to
is
be
taking care of that.
rough because the
Hmm.
number I put down is pretty rough. But maybe I don't know. We've been talking a lot about it on Marco Polo, and I'm resigned to trying one last time the old school method of, getting rid of sugar, getting rid of carbs. But I'm also in an interesting place because I've just recently done all of this medical work. Like I just did a sleep study. Next week, I go in for more information on that. I have a urology appointment. I just did a colonoscopy. So, like, I kind of want to figure out all of that. And then last night we had family game night with a couple of other families, and one of the ladies there was Carina. She was like, "Carina, I think you need to go get your energy tested." And I was like, "Oh, like who tests your energy?" And she has like a lady that she goes to that like she like helps her with like sleep. Like so she stopped taking sleep medication and she made her eat a bunch of weird stuff that I'm like kind of scared to eat like liver and heart and that kind of thing. But
Is this
like,
like a medical thing or is this like a Reiki kind of thing?
it's like, I don't really understand. I'll let you know when I go. Because I was
Karina,
just,
if there's
sure.
something you do not have a problem with, it is energy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
right.
sorry, you do more in one day than most people do in a full week.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
actually
she
very
was
true.
more like about my healing energy and like the fact that I've been gaining so much weight recently.
We're in
And she was just
perimenopause.
like, well,
Girl.
so she was like, but I tested clear for perimenopause. Like my estrogen levels are great and my thyroid's great and like all of these things. So she's like, we need to find some other things. So yeah, it's not like it's more about energy reading, not necessarily the amount of energy that you have. It's like kind of under so I'm just fascinated by this. I'm gonna say because in my religion, I don't really think this is like a thing you do, but this other lady is also in my religion, and
Pretty
I thought
sure
it was
burning wishes and tarot cards and all this stuff is
it's a
not
little
like
pagany.
part of the
And so
LDS canon.
it was just interesting that she was like, you should go check this out. And I was like, well, I mean, you guys know I'm pretty open. I'm like, like, I mean, I'll go check it out if I can get past this medical stuff first and it doesn't solve the issue. Because I actually think the real issue, you guys, is me waking up at night because I don't think I'm getting a full REM cycle. And I think that's the thing that's actually having me hold on to weight. It's
Yeah.
not the other stuff. I think if I can just get this one little thing fixed, I actually think it should be pretty easy to get to where I need to be.
I
Yeah.
think I've told you those sounds so stupid. And actually, you guys should see me when I go to sleep now. Those nose strip things made such a huge difference because I realized that when I'm laying down, I can't breathe through my nose. I feel like I'm not getting enough oxygen. So I get those nose strip things and I can breathe through which means that I don't have my mouth open all night long. I'm not getting I think part of what was waking me up was I was getting so parched that I'd wake
Mhm.
up in the middle of the night and then I'm awake and then I get up and pee and then it was I am back to although I'm back to sleeping through the night, but also in addition, I just want you to picture this too because I've got the nose things, but then my mouth would still kind of open just a little bit sometimes. So it was like, well, I don't want to do the mouth tape thing, right? Like that freaks me out. The taping my mouth shut makes me very uncomfortable. Also feels a little patriarchal if we're gonna lie. If we're not gonna, like let's be not gonna lie. Like okay, little what's that movie? The not movie. Handmaid's Tale. Just a
Handmaid's
little
Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Like, here, ladies, tape up your mouth. No. But so what I got was one of those, it's not the Skims expensive one. You can buy it off Amazon for like $8, but it's like basically a sling for your face that they use post facelift.
Hmm.
So I go to gentlemen, reach out on Instagram. This girl's available. So I go to sleep with a nose strip and then this like facial sling. But I am sleeping so flippin' well. Like I wake up in the morning like, ooh, amazing. Those are my pro tips for sleeping through the night.
I love
Oh,
it.
those are really good tips.
Mhm.
Well, this like I actually think Natalie, you should also say the other thing you did because you did the whole like door thing on New
Oh,
Year's.
okay, yes. Well, I was like, where are we going? Yes, so I also wanted to wake up. There's no way I would have just like stayed awake till midnight. So I set the alarm for 11:45, not only to do the burning, but I opened my back door. And then at midnight, I opened the front door. And that's supposed to get rid of all the negative energy of the, 2025. And opening the front door at midnight lets in all of the good energy of the coming year in. So I did that.
Did it work?
Well, we are on January 2nd, and I'm not sure, but I will
So
say
far,
I
so good.
have had a little heaviness in me today. And I'm like,
Oh,
what is this? I am doing lots of thinking and stuff like that, but I'm like, I don't this is the fire horse year. Like, come on, abundance and
Not yet.
openness and freedom. Oh, okay. Yeah, February, right? Or when is
For
it?
us, for people who are listening, I think it will be already. But yeah, the Chinese New Year
Oh.
is in February. So we're
Yes,
close.
okay. So I am. I have a little bit. I even had like a little tiny chest kind of pain today. Not anything, it was like on my, left side. Um, and well, no, the opposite of my heart. And it felt like very heavy. And so I don't know that I've been going and going and going all day today, but it's something I am noticing today that I have a heaviness about me on this January 2nd.
Natalie, that was me on January 1st.
Really?
Yeah, I like woke up that morning. I hadn't talked to you guys yet. I came to the barn to work and I felt I don't think heaviness is the word. I think the word is disgruntled.
Mm.
I
Oh.
felt kind of all of this like anxiety about what needed to happen this year. And
Mm.
I think it's because, um, there's still some confusion about what am I promoting? Like, what are we pushing? Are we pushing the university or design suite? And actually, late last night, I was journaling it out because I was just still feeling all of this angst about it. And it became very clear when I was like, you know what? All we need to do is focus on the university. I need to like be okay with the fact that Design Suite is what it is. I'm going to turn it into my like personal mastermind in 2027. So this year it'll be what it is. But when I kind of like made that decision, it like suddenly I just felt like, oh, okay. That's the right thing to do. Because I find myself not going all in anything because I'm so like petrified that I'm not doing the right thing in the right program. So, yeah, I was feeling heaviness like pretty much the whole day. Maybe I was also feeling heaviness because I was like, I can't believe I have a weight goal. I'm like, I could stomp all these business goals if that had been one of the ones I'd gotten. But I was just like, also, I had my girls open up the last two so they could see what they were because I was just curious, but I was like,
Oh,
I didn't want to know.
You cheat. That's why the universe gave you
cheater!
a weight goal. It's like, oh, yeah, okay.
The other one was to write my book, like that I really want to not just self-publish, but actually publish. And it was that book. And I was just like, dang it, I would have preferred that one. So that's what I get for letting my girls take a peek.
Cheater.
Well, I mean, we could have easily known, I mean, even without them peeking, that burned on one of them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
true.
everything
That's
that you
true.
didn't open got burned.
It's
Um,
true.
It's so true. Okay, so I have some questions for you guys because did either of you listen to the podcast I sent you? You probably didn't have time.
Yes. I
You did
finished it
listen
all.
to the Chris Williamson. Okay, this
Mhm.
is from Diary of the CEO
yes.
with Steve Harnett. And I really wanted to. We can talk about all the different things in
Okay,
that
I
episode,
have to
but
pause. I
yes.
feel like we're about to get into a really good podcast, and we just spent all this time talking about New Year's and wishes. Should we just like start a new podcast and go right at it?
Start a whole
What do
new,
we think? Because
start a
this
whole
has
new
been, I
podcast
mean, not a whole
episode.
new podcast, a whole new episode, because we're already like 20 minutes in on this one. And I feel like what I know this episode, it's really great. I have so many thoughts on it as well. What do you think?
It was another good cliffhanger. They're like, "Ooh, I can't wait to hear." And we're like, "Yeah, come back next week.
Yeah,
Right?
Subscribe and follow."
Like,
I think there's a lot to be said here. Either that or this is like the most long episode of all time
I'm
because
down for whatever, but like, I don't want people to miss this. And I'm afraid,
well, let's say this.
Mhm.
Hey, if you are going to listen next week, which we hope you do, go check out this episode with Chris
yes.
Williamson and
Oh
Steve
yeah.
Harnett on Diary of a CEO because we're going to talk about it.
Hmm.
And it's, I think, the December 25th episode of 2025. I don't know what episode number it is. You can also watch it on YouTube. I mean, look at us promoting other people's podcasts, but go listen to
It's
it
We
and
have
then
our
come
so
listen
good.
to
yeah,
our episode because
yeah.
I think we should talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah,
Is
it
there
was released on December 28th, 2025.
Oh, 28th,
Yes.
not 25th. Hello.
28th.
okay, so we'll do that for our next episode. Is there anything that we still want to cover for New Year's, for the new?
Well, maybe I should ask you guys this. Oh my gosh, Nikki, I just listened to you say what your six goals were for this year, and it was awesome. Like, especially your
Oh,
last one. I feel like you should tell everyone your last one. I
Well, the
don't know
last
that
one is
every,
kind of
yeah,
it's that's my word of the year, right?
yes.
And let me see if I remember them all. Um, One is a goal for the copywriting business. One is a goal for mine is to launch the new brand that we are working on as we speak, and then to scale the new brand. Third one is to actually to meet and start. Oh no, fourth one. I think it's to meet and start dating somebody. Like, okay, it's been a while, and I haven't really made it a priority if we're going to be totally honest. Fifth one was oh shoot, what's my fifth one? But sixth one was to experience more magic on a regular basis, and
I
I'm
just
very much
loved it.
here for it.
Like as you were going through your goals today on Marco Polo, I was like, oh my gosh, I love just the way that ends because it feels so open.
mm-hmm. There's a lightness there and an excitement.
Yes. What is my fifth one? What on earth was my fifth one? Wait, I can't see. Was that a note? What did it say? Did you
Yes.
write it down?
No, you want me to first play your look on your Marco Polo to find your fifth one? I'll mute myself and find it, and then I'll show you what I have.
Well, let me see. Let me guess what my fifth one could be. Okay, so I covered business. Oh, maybe it was to figure out where I want to live next. That might have been.
That
I feel
might
like
have
that
been it. Yeah, I
rings. I
don't
feel
think
like
you
that
added
feels
that.
about right. Not that
Mhm.
I'm necessarily going to settle there yet, but I'd like to figure out where I want to live. I asked ChatGPT to do some astrocartography, and it was like, hey, where have you liked to live? And I was like, or where have you liked when you visited? I was like, oh, I really liked Barcelona and Savannah, but I also really love New England. It's like, oh, you would probably enjoy Barcelona and Savannah and New England. Like, oh, thanks.
HGPT.
Yeah, real helpful, thank you.
I created this on New Year's Eve, and I think it's going to be a
Ooh,
living, breathing document that maybe I adjust as the year goes on.
I love that.
So
We
it's,
do have.
yeah, be, do, have, and then the one word. So
Hmm.
in each quadrant, you put like so in the B quadrant, it's like, who do you want to be in the new year? So like I added one today. I was like, oh, I want to be enthusiastic. I want to be decisive, productive, an amazing friend, outgoing, courageous. So that's like in my B quadrant. Then in the do, this is actually the one I had the hardest time with. It's like, what do I want to do in the new year? So I wrote, write a book, because that's pretty much already done, like it's going to happen. Compete in a pickleball tournament. I've already signed up. It's in February. I have a new partner to do that with. Host an amazing Christmas party. I think after going through this Christmas season alone, I want to be intentional about not bringing in the next holiday season alone. And then take a solo trip. And I do think I figured out where I'm going to go. The solo trip will either be with just me or with me and Nico. I haven't quite decided on that one yet, but no other human. I want to have a published dementia book, an amazing, fun, supportive friend group. So I'm going to be more intentional about surrounding myself with amazing friends who are nearby, because you guys are obviously a part of that group, but I want local. A truly committed, healthy relationship. Not this isn't like a super big priority, but I do think if I'm going to be in one, I want it to be committed and healthy. And
Mhm.
then a beautifully curated home and closet. So I want to think about like what's in my surroundings and what I have with me. And one of the questions actually from the podcast episode we can go into was like, uh, er, mm, what's what did the best money you spent in the past year and the worst money you spent in the past year? And really, what came to mind, the best money I spent over this past year was this all the thing for my dad's records. It's in my living room. The TV is above it. I see it every single day. It makes my home look beautiful. I love, and I'm like, that's it. Like, I loved spending that money. It was so worth it. So, just like being intentional with what I'm wearing and what's in my home. And then my one word we've already talked about breakout. So,
I
I'm
love
just
that.
going to keep this out and about so I can witness it and then, I don't know, see how it goes.
That was one of the ones for me too. I want to um, find my signature style, like find a regular look. I feel like working from home, I just, especially right now, I just default to like sweaters and jeans and, or, and not that I need to be dressing up a ton if I'm at home, but I don't feel like I have a look. I feel like I don't know what is even when I'm shopping online, I don't go, oh, that's so me, or that's, and I want to figure that out this year. But I don't have to worry about it because that's one of the ones the universe is going to take care of for me. So
Well, I was thinking that
I
would
just
be a
have to
fun
get faithful.
activity for us to do together in March.
Oh,
Karina,
yes.
I think you're dialed in on your style. Like, I think we can all look at something and say, that's very Karina.
Mhm.
But it would be nice just to go through again. And I did use GPT recently to figure out, like, what am I? A winter, a summer, a neutral, a cold, a hot, like, what are my colors? What do I look?
Mhm.
So, I think we could have
Did
a
it
fun
say you
night of
were in
that.
autumn?
I actually forget. It said it was like a
Okay.
neutral winter, and basically any color found in nature would be good on me. But it basically was like avoid black. I'm like, are you kidding me? I wear black all the time. I don't think it's horrible on me, but maybe it is. Um,
I mean, nothing's horrible on you.
so,
Same thing
but
with you,
anyway,
Karina. I mean,
yeah, yeah. So I think that would be a fun activity.
I love it. I'm in.
Yeah, I love the style stuff. I feel like this is an ongoing conversation we had because remember a while back we were talking about like the three words that would encapsulate your style. Do you
Oh,
guys still think we're
yes.
still doing that? Like I do. I still use which is so funny because I kind of have narrowed it down to two words. Like I know we did three, but I just really just fit. Do you guys
What are
remember your
your two
words?
words? I don't remember
No,
my words at all, but what are
no.
Oh,
yours?
I kind of remember your guys's. Okay, so Natalie, yours was like chic or sophisticated. And maybe Nikki's actually was chic and yours
I
was
think,
sophisticated.
Or
Like
yeah, or
yours was like
elegant.
cutting edge, Nikki, like you're a little more on the edge.
yes,
Do you remember that, Natalie?
I
And
do.
yours was a
More
little more
trendy,
elegant. Like you, Natalie, yours is more elegant, sophisticated. Like those were the words you
like
guys were going
classic.
for.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Classic. Mine was ladylike,
Mhm.
vibrant, and feminine. But I
Yeah.
kind of cut out the feminine because like I'm like ladylike and vibrant. Like if it's those two things, I'm here for it.
Mhm.
I love
Those are
that.
really good words for you.
Those
Yeah.
are really good words for you.
So,
Yeah.
because I do, not that I love color, I actually used to only buy a lot of neutrals and blacks. But what I find is because I have such dark hair, if I'm wearing color, it sets me up a little bit better,
Mm.
especially on camera. Most of us spend a lot of time on camera these days. So I kind of default to what looks better on a screen than it does even in real life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you look great in color in real life as well, but
I
yeah,
actually
no.
think you look amazing in white. I
Me?
Me
think white
too.
is your
Too.
color. Oh, yes. Like when you wear that white jumpsuit,
Hmm.
I'm just like, that is like the Carina powerhouse. Like it is ladylike. It
Hmm.
is, just it, it's beautiful. Hmm.
I feel like the third word that's missing for you is ladylike, yes, vibrant, yes, because I think you can be vibrant even in white. But I think that there's an element, and power isn't the right
Yeah.
word, but there's
Like you stand out. Like
yes. you have a commanding presence.
Yes.
There's something about like you're
Riz.
ladylike, you have
Riz.
class, you're Riz,
That is not
you've
your word.
got
Well, let's not choose that
That
one.
is not
yeah,
my word, but
right.
that reminds me of my kids because sometimes they throw stuff at me and I'm like, what are you saying? Why do your words sound like you are in another like village in Europe? I don't know what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can you imagine how hard it's got to be even for kids to stay on top of? Because with TikTok constantly like coming up with new words, and it's got to be like a
Yeah.
part-time job.
I almost
One
feel like Karina, it's like movie star Hollywood. Like it's like this
Mm,
elevated, like
yeah.
beyond what we would see in a regular day.
Hmm.
Well, that is incredibly nice of you guys. On my other mastermind feed, they like to call me the Disney princess. And that
Mm,
actually
I could
kind of
see
makes
that.
me laugh. I don't really think I am, but once in a while I'll do a Snow White thing and sing to the
Yes.
birds.
You
Yes.
need to work on how much you love the animals, okay?
Yeah.
You have the look, but we need to work on. You even have the wallpaper behind you.
I know,
It's
with all the
true.
animals on it. Thunder's hanging out right here by me.
Hey,
So, you know,
Thunder.
Oh.
Natalie
Mm.
loves Thunder. Natalie is like the queen of loving animals, I
I am
think.
the opposite of a Disney princess, but I do love the animals. I would have Snow White's personality.
So
That's
good.
Oh,
Anyway, so I do think
okay.
the style thing is interesting, and I would love to come back to that. There was
Yes.
something else we were talking about, though.
The
Oh,
words.
oh, no, no, no. The goals. Okay, so Nikki, you've got six.
Mhm.
Natalie, you have basically like a beautiful sheet where you've like broken everything up.
Hmm.
I wrote down I have 14, and the 14th was like my clarity on figuring out what's the next step for the businesses, which I thought was good. But mine's a real mix of like work stuff, spiritual stuff, and then like exercise and weight stuff, which I'm going to say in the past, I've never ever gotten super stressed about weight. I think it's interesting to be in the mid 40s because it's like the first time ever I'm kind of like, oh, my metabolism isn't what it used to be. And what's
In your
going
mid
on?
40s and staring at yourself on a screen all flippin'
Yeah,
day. I think that's one of the
that's
biggest
true.
downsides of owning a digital business is so much of it you spend staring at yourself in a screen.
It is so true.
Hmm.
Very, very interesting. Okay, well, you guys know what your homework assignment is because next episode, we're gonna talk about that particular episode from Diary of a CEO.
Wait, I have one real quick question based on
Ooh.
that thing. Real quick. I think I know Nikki's answer. I know definitely know mine. Karina, do you ever look at yourself like when you're doing a video, like teaching Zoom, and do you ever talk badly about yourself in your head?
No,
Yeah, that's what I
never.
thought your answer would be. Exactly. Mine is absolutely yes. Nikki?
I think I don't talk badly about myself. I might go like, oh, the thing about Zoom is that Zoom shows you what you see in the mirror. What I don't like is the output, which is what everybody else sees. I prefer the look of me, the reflection look of me. I feel like my symmetry is better in the reflection look of me, so that when I see what everybody else thinks, then I get disappointed. Sometimes I will actually flip videos before I put them out
Hmm.
because I'm like, there's that version of me, and then there's the cuter version of me. I think that's what I think about more than anything
Hmm.
else. But
Hmm.
you're actually actively thinking bad thoughts about yourself while you are.
Well, like sometimes you just like look and you're like, oh, really? Like this is your best for what you got going on today? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, so
yeah.
yeah, I
Okay, I
figured
hear
for
that.
sure Karina would never
Yeah.
Which is
have that.
I think
ironic because
to
I'm
that level, I
still
do.
an analyst, right? Like, no one can see this because we're on a podcast. But if I look at the three of us, like, the two of you are substantially thinner than me. I think you guys have it together more than me. But, like, it's funny. I like who I am. And
Yeah.
so, because I like who I am, I don't think badly about myself. I think, hey, get a little bit healthier. Hey, exercise a little bit more. That's why I'm kind of grumpy that there are even these kinds of goals sitting on my, because I like me. Like, and I
Yeah.
think every woman should really like themselves. And also, once in a while, like I look at my body and I go, hey, this body birthed three children. This body, like, has run half marathons. This body, like, so I have a lot of gratitude for my body. So I
Hmm.
really don't put it down for what it is.
I
Mhm.
love that. Love it, love it.
Mhm.
So that's really interesting.
Mm.
Oh man, we're gonna have to talk. Wait, let's just end this with
Yeah.
this.
This
Okay.
is it. Just end it.
Okay, it's like we can't stop. Um,
All right. On to
Natalie
the next
started
one.
talking about doing a marathon, and I've never wanted to run a marathon before, ever, 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 ever. And last year, I was like, this is the last half marathon I'm going to do. I feel like my body can't handle it anymore. My knees, blah, blah, blah. But Natalie found a marathon that I think I can get behind.
Oh.
If we can walk it, I love to walk. I fucking hate to run. If we can walk it, I'm there. I will
I
walk
mean, Nikki,
26.2 miles.
newsflash, you can walk any marathon.
Well, I know. I guess I think of the Boston Marathon because
Oh.
that's where I lived for so long. And like
And
it's
it's the
not good.
best marathon.
It's I have stood next to it many a year drinking out of, you know, but people who take that stuff seriously. I mean, I suppose
Nat,
you can't even get in it unless you qualify, you know?
well, Natalie, when did you run it?
I do it 2 or 3 years. Okay, so quick story. I did the Boston Marathon you have to qualify for. And when I did my first marathon, which was in Phoenix, and I qualified for it, I thought, oh, well, this isn't that big of a deal then. Like, I had no interest in doing the Boston Marathon. I'm like, if I could qualify for it on my first marathon, like, just this is my head back then. I was like, this isn't that big of a deal. I don't want to go. The Boston marathon bombing happened.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I want to go do it. So I did it the very next year,
Hmm.
after the
Wait.
Boston
Oh yeah.
bomb.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then I did it, I believe, the very next year after that.
You
And
know what's
maybe those are
very
the only.
funny is that I didn't live right on the didn't I'm sorry, I just
Oh, I think I
interrupted
did
you.
3
I
years.
apologize. What I was just gonna say is that I lived right on, not right on the route, but like a block up. So every
Hmm.
year my friends and I would come over, or my friends would come over to my house and we would go. So I probably watched you run past.
You probably did.
Hmm.
That's so fun. One of the marathons I did, I used it as like this is going to be just a fun one. Was that the Boston Marathon? And so everybody's drinking. And so I remember being like in the corral to walk up, and it was like if anybody offered me anything, I was going to say yes. And I'm like hadn't even started the run yet. So he's like, "You want a beer?" I mean, it is like 6 a.m. You want a beer? Yeah, like it was.
It's fun. Yeah.
But also my best marathon ever was the Boston Marathon. And it was rain and sleet and snow and wind, and I just killed it and crushed it, and it was so great. But the Boston Marathon, that city is, they know how to support. So, yeah.
Well, so the Natalie, so I was putting together my bucket list. I feel like we should do an episode on bucket lists at some point
Okay.
because that would be really fun.
It would be fun.
But she was like, I think we should go do this marathon. And I was like, I'm never going to do a marathon. And then I saw the marathon she sent over, and I was like, I am totally going to do this marathon. But basically, it's in Bordeaux in France. It's a full marathon, so the full 26 miles. And at every mile, they serve you food and wine. Now, ironically, I'm not going to drink any of the wine, but to watch you two get tipsy while we run, I am so here for it.
I have a feeling we're really going to need you to be sober on this marathon for us.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
I just love like everything I've seen about it. Like people stop to dance. Like it's not
Yes.
serious. Like, oh,
No.
if there's good music going, you stop and you dance. You don't just like run the whole time. Like I'm just like, wait, I'm here for this marathon. Although it looks like all the good food is towards the end. Did you guys see that? Like all the
Um,
oysters and the steak and stuff.
we probably don't want that at mile 3. It's fine.
It's a
Yeah.
great point.
But that's
Yeah.
a good
And
thing.
that'll keep us to keep going. That'll get us to keep
Yes,
going.
exactly. Because I was saying to you girls that I know myself and I know that after a certain amount of wine, I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to do anymore. I'm just going to stay here. But that will be helpful to know that the good food is toward the end. That will keep me going.
Yes. So I just saw that this year's theme is 80s theme for it. Last year was Under the Sea. I know
80s is my favorite.
I have so much because you costume up and I'm like, dude, I have like a gazillion outfits for 80s, but we
Same.
can't make it. I can't make it happen this year. I mean, I technically can't make it happen because I'm taking a group to Italy this year.
We'll do it
Like,
the following year.
yeah,
Hmm.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. We're going to end this episode. We love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.